He's building cities on Mars, selling flamethrowers like t-shirts, renaming Twitter just because he can, and fathering a future generation with names that sound like Wi-Fi passwords. He's not just a billionaire, he's a spectacle. This is Elon Musk, and today we're peeling back the curtain on his unapologetically bizarre, outrageously luxurious, and brilliantly chaotic lifestyle. Welcome to the flamboyant, fearless, and freakishly fascinating world of Elon Musk. Before the rockets, before the memes, and long before he renamed Twitter to X, there was just a kid from Pretoria, South Africa, buried in books and dreaming of galaxies. I'm talking your typical nerd. So, Elon Musk was born rich, but he still decided to take matters into his own hands because the kid had a dream. He took his first step to becoming a billionaire at just 12, when he sold his first piece of code. You heard right. At 12, he sold a space-themed video game to a magazine for $500. That was Musk's first taste of making money from imagination. By his 20s, he was in America, and that's when numbers started getting serious. With his brother Kimball, Musk co-founded Zip2, a startup that helped newspapers go digital. It wasn't flashy, but when Compaq bought it in 1999, Elon walked away with $22 million in his pocket. Talk about a start to a luxurious life. Now, what did he do with this money? Well, he didn't splurge as you would have expected. Instead, he immediately threw the money into a new company, X.com, an online bank which later morphed into PayPal. That company was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, and Musk's cut was roughly $180 million. Here's where most billionaires would cash out and fade into gated mansions. But Musk, yet again, gambled nearly all of it. That is $100 million into SpaceX, $70 million into Tesla, $10 million into Solar City, and kept just enough to pay rent, maybe. He went from rich to nearly broke, betting his entire fortune on the idea that humanity's future depended on electric cars, solar power, and interplanetary travel. Today, those bets are worth over $200 billion and counting. But that's just the beginning. Because the story of Elon Musk isn't just about money, it's about madness, memes, and moments that left the internet gasping. You see, Elon Musk is the kind of billionaire who makes a flamethrower, just for fun, not as a joke, but just because he thought it'd be cool. And he sold 20,000 units of them under the Boring Company, his tunnel digging venture. And that was just a Tuesday. He once challenged Vladimir Putin to a fight on Twitter. He posted a meme comparing Canada to a nice apartment above a meth lab. He insisted on naming his son XAEA12. Even the state of California had to step in and ask for some vowels. And don't forget, the man smoked weed live on Joe Rogan's podcast, tanked Tesla's stock by billions with a single puff, then shrugged it off like it was nothing more than air. But eccentricity runs deeper into Musk's family tree. His dad, Elon Musk, made headlines not just for his estranged relationship with Elon, but also for fathering a child with his stepdaughter, calling it God's plan. Musk publicly called him evil and a terrible human being. And yet, in this swirl of bizarre headlines, Elon Musk remains weirdly focused. Normal is the one thing Elon Musk will never be. But behind the weird tweets, bizarre stunts, and global spectacles, Elon Musk is still very much human, or at least, his relationship history says so, because if there's one thing more unpredictable than his rocket launches, it's his love life. Let's take a look at the wives, partners, and future geniuses that make up the Musk dynasty. Elon Musk has had nearly as many life chapters as he has companies, and his personal life reads like a sci-fi soap opera. His first marriage was to Justine Musk, a Canadian author he met at university. Together, they had 6 children. The first tragically passed away in infancy. Then came twins, followed by triplets, all through IVF. If you're counting, that's 5 boys under one roof while Musk was busy building PayPal and dreaming of Mars. Next came Tallulah Riley, a British actress. They got married in 2010, divorced in 2012, remarried in 2013, and divorced again in 2016. Even Musk himself once tweeted, "It was an amazing 4 years. I will always love you. One day you'll make someone very happy." That's as Muskian as a breakup can get. Then came Grimes, the avant-garde musician and pop futurist. Their relationship was a match made in cyberpunk heaven. All cryptic tweets, red carpet appearances, and tech-fueled baby names. In 2012, they welcomed XAEA12. Later renamed X for legal reasons. In 2021, they added Exa Dark Sidereal, nicknamed Y. Yes, Musk literally named his children X and Y. And you can do nothing about it. Just when the Musk family tree couldn't get any wilder, Siobhan Zillis stepped in like a plot twist. An executive at Neuralink, Siobhan, reportedly welcomed twins with Musk in 2021, bringing the running total to at least 11 children. Musk once said, half-jokingly, that he's doing his best to help the underpopulation crisis. But behind every megamind is a past life or two, and in Musk's case, 2 ex-wives with empires of their own. Justine Musk walked away with $20 million, a Tesla, $6 million in cash, and $80,000 a month in child support. She turned that into a successful writing career, netting an estimated $3 to $5 million in book royalties. Tallulah Riley, the actress he married twice, took home a $16 million divorce settlement and spun it into a $40 million net worth, including a $7 million UK mansion, a Rolls-Royce Ghost, an Audi RS Q8, and her very own luxury yacht. Turns out, leaving Elon Musk might just be the most lucrative business plan in history. Now, most billionaires build dynasties with estates, empires, and art collections. But Elon chose to have them and sell them afterward. And if you're guessing why, it's because he wanted less stuff. But don't let the minimalist act fool you. When Musk does luxury, it's never subtle. It's time to walk through the paradox that is Elon Musk's property portfolio and lifestyle purchases. From a $50,000 folding box to private jets, bond cars, and off-world launch pads. So before we get to the part where he sold some of his properties, let's rewind to when Elon Musk lived like the kind of billionaire you'd expect. In the 2010s, he went on a real estate spree, not casually. He went on an extravagant spending spree. He scooped up 6 massive homes in Los Angeles, including 4 Bel Air mansions, and topped it off with a $23 million colonial-style estate that looked like something Tony Stark might retire in. I mean, who wouldn't want to live like Iron Man if they could? But that wasn't all. In 2017, he bought a historic Bay Area estate, Court, a 9-bedroom, 9-bath hilltop chateau in Hillsborough, once owned by French nobility for 150 years. It had a flower room, a ballroom, an 18th century Chinese wallpaper pavilion, and a secret bar behind the library. Musk had built himself a hilltop kingdom overlooking Silicon Valley, a mix of Bond villain lair and billionaire retirement fantasy. Then, in May of 2020, he shocked the world with a tweet. "I'm selling almost all physical possessions. Will own no house." And he wasn't bluffing. Here's how that played out. Sale by sale. He offloaded the $23 million Bel Air Colonial, which had a tennis court, a 1,000-bottle wine cellar, gym, and a 2-story library, for $39.4 million in cash to blockchain billionaire William Ding. He sold Gene Wilder's former home, which he had purchased to protect his view, to Wilder's nephew, Jordan Walker Perlman, and his wife. The condition was simple. It could never lose its soul. He even loaned them most of the sale price because, of course he did. He bundled and sold 4 more Bel Air homes in one massive $84.1 million deal to developer Artie Tavengarian. That package included everything from a ranch-style house to a neoclassical mansion. And finally, he let go of the crown jewel, the Court estate in Hillsborough. Purchased for $31.75 million, sold for $40.8 million to serial entrepreneur Kirill Estratov, making it the last jewel in his property crown to go. Musk sold 7 properties worth around $174 million. His estimated profit was about $34 million, which is barely a ripple in the bank account of someone worth over $230 billion. Now, if you're wondering where he moved after liquidating a billionaire's dream portfolio, to a 50,000 foldable prefab house called Boxable Casita, parked near the SpaceX launch site in Boca Chica, Texas. It's a 375-square-foot minimalist pod with a bed, a kitchen, and a bathroom, a billionaire-level bachelor pad that folds up like carry-on luggage. If that isn't peak Musk, nothing is. But just because Musk sold off his mansions doesn't mean he gave up on luxury. All he did was redefine what luxury looks like, because when you're worth over $200 billion and aiming for Mars, your toys don't sit in garages or float in swimming pools. Let's take a look inside the moving pieces of Elon Musk's ultimate billionaire playground. When Elon Musk sold off his mansions and swore off yachts and holidays, he claimed he didn't really indulge in personal luxuries, but even he admits there's one exception: his jet. "I don't own a home, I don't take vacations. The one exception is the plane," Musk said during a TED interview. His reason is, if I don't use the plane, then I have fewer hours to work. And this isn't just any jet. It's the Gulfstream G650ER, the Rolls-Royce, or should we say the Cybertruck of private aviation. So, this masterpiece was built in 2015 and acquired by Musk in 2016 for a whopping $70 million. An airborne boardroom wrapped in cream leather and polished wood. It's registered under N682TS, and yes, it's the one tracked by a teenage Twitter user who famously posted its every move until Musk tried to shut it down. In 2018 alone, Musk flew over 250 times, logging 150,000 plus miles across the US, Europe, and Asia. He racked up $700,000 in flight expenses that year, and that includes his trips to his 5 former mansions in LA, dashing to Shanghai, or taking the family on quick recreational getaways. But it's not just about getting from point A to Mars. Let's talk interior. This 99-foot luxury jet has 4 living zones, including a VIP suite with sliding doors for privacy. It also has a forward galley with a microwave, convection oven, and a touchscreen panel for in-flight control. It also has pale leather seats, wood-grain finishes, and 16 oval windows, the largest in private aviation. The cabin configuration is so customizable. It's like a flying apartment where everything bends to Musk's schedule, right down to the angle of the seats. You'll see why now. Each hour in the sky costs $3,662 to operate. But for Musk, time is money, and the jet is his time machine. So, when Elon isn't soaring above the clouds in his $70 million jet, chances are he's behind the wheel of something wild, rare, or borderline ridiculous. Let's hop in and tour his garage, though garage doesn't quite capture it. Take the Tesla Cybertruck, for example. It looks like it was born from sci-fi, forged in internet chaos, and built to look like it rolled straight out of a post-apocalyptic graphic novel. It has bullet-resistant panels, a shatterproof window that famously shattered, and a polarizing design that practically tweets for itself. Musk loves it, probably because it confuses everyone else. Then there's the Lotus Esprit submarine car from The Spy Who Loved Me, which Musk bought for nearly $1 million in 2013. It doesn't transform like it did in the movie, but Musk has openly dreamed of retrofitting it. In his world, James Bond isn't a fantasy, it's a prototype. And of course, there's the first-gen Tesla Roadster, the one that launched a brand and then literally launched into space. In 2018, Musk strapped the car to a Falcon Heavy rocket, blasted it into orbit, and left it circling the sun with a mannequin named Starman behind the wheel, playing David Bowie on loop. For a man obsessed with the future, Musk still finds room for history. He owns a Ford Model T, a humble reminder of where it all began. It's not fast, not flashy, and certainly not electric, but it laid the foundation for every car that came after it. Then there's the McLaren F1, a $1 million supercar he bought after selling Zip 2. On delivery day, CNN showed up with a camera crew. A few months later, Musk crashed it while showing it off to Peter Thiel. Of course, the car wasn't insured, which would have made it too ordinary. Oh yeah, before I forget, he's also been seen driving a Jaguar E-Type, a vintage British roadster with lines that look like they were hand-sculpted by speed itself. It's old-school elegance with just enough danger to suit Musk's aesthetic. And then there's the Tesla fleet, the Model S Plaid, the Model X Falcon Wing, the experimental prototypes we've never seen, each one designed, built, and driven like it's trying to outrun the present. Lastly, let's talk about his very first car, the 1987 BMW 320i, which he bought for just $1,400. It was the car he drove during Zip 2's early days, until an intern wrecked it. Still, it was a beginning, and in Musk's world, beginnings matter. That beat-up BMW may have been the start, but Musk was never built for the slow lane. Because while most people upgrade to better cars, he upgraded to rockets. Now, to be clear, Musk doesn't technically own these rockets. They belong to SpaceX, the company he founded, funds, and leads with a grip tighter than Earth's gravity. But make no mistake, they are his vision, his obsession, and in many ways, his legacy. It starts with the Falcon 9, the world's first reusable orbital rocket that actually works. It launched satellites, supplies, astronauts, and then came back down to land itself, often on a robotic ship with names like, "Of Course I Still Love You." Then came Falcon Heavy, a triple-barreled beast with the thrust of 18 Boeing 747s that can carry payloads heavier than a city bus or a tank into space. And once it carried his Tesla Roadster, with a dummy astronaut and David Bowie's Life on Mars playing an endless loop. That car is still floating out there. Probably the chillest traffic jam in the solar system. But those were just test runs. His real moonshot is called Starship, a 400-foot stainless steel colossus designed to eventually carry up to 100 people at a time and land on Mars. Fully reusable, aggressively futuristic, and built in a sandbox he renamed Starbase. It's not just a rocket. It's Plan B for humanity. But while one hand sketches escape routes to another planet, the other still shakes hands and lights blunts with dignitaries. In Elon Musk's world, the guest list is as bizarre as powerful. One day it's Barack Obama touring a Tesla factory. The next, it's Joe Rogan, a billion-dollar stock drop. He's dined with world leaders, sparred with billionaires like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, and hosted Saturday Night Live like a casual team-building event. He tweets with Jack Dorsey, debates AI with the ghost of Stephen Hawking, and drops memes that send crypto markets into freefall. His inner circle is part genius, chaos, and internet cult, just like him. Through it all, Elon Musk remains an enigma. So there you have it, a look into Elon Musk's life. Now, which moment blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments. And while you're at it, hit that like button like it's a Falcon 9 ignition switch. Subscribe for more billionaire breakdowns that go beyond the headlines and into chaos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.